Call hello, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to you brothers in the highways and byways. Salutations also goes out to you brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn. The rest of the hopeful elect. To you all I say Shalom. I'm the brother Malak from the Diligent Soldier Camp here in Boston, Mass. And as always, I pray this lesson be edifying to the elect. Alright, the name of this one will be Doors of Mercy Are Closing In. Doors of mercy are closing in. Okay, and I'm going to go straight into this article by the People's Voice that the brother Lahab, the head of our camp, had posted to our group chat. And it's entitled, the heading of it is New TikTok CEO Censoring Israel Critics Isn't Enough. U.S., and I quote, hate speech, end quote, laws and jail time start quote coming soon, end quote. Okay, so in other words, censoring Israel critics isn't enough. The U.S. hate speech laws and jail times are coming soon is what the title is referring to. This was fact checked by the People's Voice community, dated January 27, 2026 by Baxter Dimitri. All right, it says Adam Presser, the new CEO of TikTok under Larry Ellison's takeover, has confirmed that TikTok is now censoring Americans who use the term, you see it there, Zionist, by labeling it hate speech and reporting them to the FBI for monitoring and placement on a domestic extremist list. Meanwhile, Israel first politicians, including Senator Ted Cruz and Republican Randy Fine, are drafting hate speech laws as we speak and threatening to send critics of Israel to prison for 5 years. If you are on social media without real protection, it says here, you're building your own digital cage. Platforms are compromised and VPNs let governments and intel agencies track you. Don't trust claims. Verify privacy, right? Let me see something. All right, so they're over here talking about a special VPN, Intel SGX0 knowledge encaves. They can't link your identity to your activity, no logs, no backdoor, proven break free. All right, so you visit that website or whatever and you get that shit, whatever. As Chris Manahan noted on X, the new TikTok CEO told the World Jewish Congress 4 keynotes, right? First one is TikTok made Zionist, in quote, a, in quote, proxy for protected attribute, end quote, to designate it, end quote, hate speech, end quote, or how would you say, quote, hate speech, end quote, if used by Americans in a negative light. So if you're using the Zionist, Zionist, in a negative way, they're going to label it hate speech and get you that way. They tripled the number of U.S.-based accounts they were banning for hateful activities, end quote, over the course of 2024. All right. TikTok also especially focused on fighting anti-semantics in the U.S. and it's personal to Presser as a member of the American Jewish community. Yeah, so no special interest there. While banning critics of Israel for hate speech, they also partnered with Israeli creators and some non-Israeli creators to produce positive Hasbara Surah content for American audience. They have over 24 Jewish organizations constantly feeding them intelligence on violative trends, which include the WJC, and such groups help inform them on what is hate speech. They spend it, which is like a broad, right? A broad, they always give you this broad explanation of what it is, because it could basically be whatever they label it. It says they spend a lot of time with Jewish Israeli creators to find out what other tools they might look for in fighting anti-semantics, man, right? These people don't sleep without coming up with some type of mischief, man, and making people go off. It says over here, zoom out, the U.S. government banned TikTok to suppress criticism of Israel, forced its sale to a consortium of investors, end quote, led by Ionist billionaire Mayor IDF donor Larry Ellison. And now this is their new CEO. So yeah, the irony, doesn't stop, man. And the hypocrisy will never cease with these people, man. All right? It's crazy. They're doing all this, man, to kind of soften the blow, to kind of like change perspectives, the perspective of people, right? Their PR work. But, people are always going to hate y'all, man. That's just, you were created for that. You're created to be the wicked. You're Amalekites, man. And whether you like it or not, the Lord is showing everybody that same thing, And, you could write all these unrighteous decrees. You could do all these things that you're trying to do, man. But damn if you do, damn if you don't. y'all look guilty no matter what, man. And using your influence puppets, Muppet puppets, won't work. At least it won't work on the people that are important or matter, which is the elect. And that's it. 2/3 of our people and the rest of the nations, they don't matter. Their lives do not matter, man. Okay? Point blank, period. And if you understand this truth, you know exactly what I mean by saying that, man. Okay? So what's understood doesn't need to be explained. Yeah, man. And them changing these laws, man, and threatening with sending people to Israel for 5 years, man, for speaking against these people, man, that's just going into the famine of the word, man, what inspired me to entitle the lesson, Doors of Mercy are closing in, because the time is almost over, man. We're at a point, man, where if you haven't chose a side through the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, which on top of that he has to draw you to, you're going to be asked out here, man. You're going to be in the wrong side. You're not going to have a hedge of protection, and you're not going to have no mercy on you, man. The mercy is the hedge of protection, the Lord being with us when this devil starts making his moves, man, which this is just the beginning. All right? Because he is going to touch the elect, but the scriptures tell you what's going to happen. All right? That's a topic on its own, right? With more scriptures to prove it even more. But I want to stick to this topic, man. All right? The doors of mercy are closing in because, they were talking about how, the people using that particular word in a hateful way. Well, what other way is there to use it when speaking it, man? You people are the spark of every fire. Everywhere, man. No matter what, you connect the dots and you get that 5-pointer joint. This is Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, man. You write these laws and these people are grieved, you know. You make your puppets that are in other countries write these unrighteous decrees and the people mourn, you know. Look at, oh man, what is that country where Gaddafi's from? Man, forgive me, the people from over there, man. But anyways, that country was debt free, you know. People, the rent was cheap as hell. Free education, universal health. They will give you money. They will give you land, you know. And out of her own words, right? We saw, we came, we conquered. And then we left. And look at the country now, right? Hillary Clinton said those words. And look at that country now, man. You know, damn, I can't believe I forget where Gaddafi's from. You know, let me look that up right quick, because it's only right. But that's what they do. Libya, all right? Forgive me. Yeah, man, the president of Libya. They did that nigga dirty, man, with the people themselves, man, through these devils being in the midst of everything, man. Those Amalekites especially, you know. Those people even had a giant reserve of gold. That whole shit disappeared. Their economy disappeared. It's gone to shit. Their gold disappeared, you know. Because, you know, all this devil does is steal and kill, you know. That's all he comes to do. All right. So Isaiah 10:1 again, woe unto them that write unrighteous decree, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. And then you'll write these laws in these different parts of the world through your puppets and expect people not to ever say nothing or connect the dots and ever bring you up. Yeah, and then the more you try to like kick against that, the more guilty you look. And the more things pop up in the news about y'all. But if somebody recognizes it or mentions it, it's labeled anti-semantics. And now you could possibly get imprisoned. You know? Proverbs 29:1, he that's being often reproved hardeneth his neck. No, Salakia. He that being often reproved hardeneth his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. Right? The scriptures tell you in the book of Genesis that the Lord will have enmity with the seed of the serpent, right? Which is these Amalekites, man, and these Edomites, with the top tribe. Started with the top tribe of the Edomites, which are these Amalekites, man, the 1948ers, the small hatters, the ionists that now when you mention that, pretty soon you could possibly go to jail. And I wouldn't be surprised, Salakia, if they use old videos to imprison brothers and other people, man. Because that's how dirty these rap bastards fight, you know. But suddenly you're going to be destroyed, man. You know, you've only been out for a short season. And in that season, that small season, look at all the fucked up shit you've done. And you continue trying to completely destroy the earth. There's no way out of this. There's no way that you can't say that you're not the people that the Lord has enmity with. You know, the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You fit it to the T, man. Verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Look at around the world, man. People are mourning. And mostly it's because of you. You could be traced to everything around the world, man. You know, you're why China is the way they are. You know, Moab, the way they are, the defense they are, even though, you know, they got their shit coming to them too, because they try to they're married onto y'all and try to be just like y'all. But they're that way because that's what they know a superpower is and what could keep them defending themselves, so to speak. You know, you got all these other nations, man, nothing but you know, with their ambitions on nothing but making everything they create a weapon. you know, to defend themselves against you, man. You know, this is Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Starting with you Amalekites, man. All your Edomite family members are all fucked. You fuck them over. You fuck them all over. You know, the scriptures tell you in Sirach, man. You know, he that is unrighteous to himself, to who shall he do good? He who does evil to himself, to who shall he do good? You know, yo, you can't trust this man. Edomites can't trust Edomites, man. You know, Edomites can't trust Edomites, man. That's a whole lesson right there. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret parts, his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. You know, you're doing a good job despite, you know, being weary in your counsel, you know, and you know, your stories having more holes than Swiss cheese. And for the most part, these people are not in uproar as they really should be. You know what I'm saying? Because your enchantment still holds a little bit of weight, you know what I'm saying, on them. But on the elect, man, we see right through you, man. We see right through you. As a matter of fact, 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan shall get an advantage of us. Who's us? The elect, the hopeful elect. For we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant, right? Because the Lord has made you bare. Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. To who? To the elect. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. All right. I'll leave you with this last scripture. This is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. It says, "Behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord God, power, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua." Because right now you guys have the chance to hear that, right? Even you new brothers and sisters coming into this, man, you got to get it while the getting is getting, man. You know, because this is going to soon be put out of the Internet of Things. Scrub the hell out. As a matter of fact, they'll probably leave some breadcrumbs, and whoever tries to search for them will just get caught up, you know, in raids and whatnot, man. And the scriptures tell you in the book of Revelations that the devil's going to put you in prison. You know what I'm saying? He's going to put brothers and sisters in prison, man. But we got to hold fast, you know. We got to hold fast because the scriptures is telling us that this is going to happen. And the scriptures is telling us about this particular article right here, about how the famine of the word was coming. And I'm reading it right now, 8 and 11, Amos 8 and 11. Behold the days cometh. Come, saith Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And they shall wonder the days, all these people that are going to be losing their fucking minds. All right, after they shut this thing down, this internet down, or they make it unrighteous decrees, and they make it a law that we can't be out here recording and posting these things, man. The chaos is going to increase. The people are going to wax colder. Everything is just going to get worse. Okay, it's going to amplify, because that's it. Now the Lord is only going to protect those that he's going to be protecting. And, you know, because the doors of mercy are closed at that point, you know. But you merely hearing this right now is mercy from the Lord, man. Okay, and that mercy is closing in. So you have to get it. You have to get it now while you can. Okay, verse 13, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even unto the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it, man. All right, this is why the scripture says to seek him while he may be found, while he is near and he may be found, man. Because he's going to feel really, really far. in a little while, man. In a very short amount of time, you're gonna feel very far. And if you know, it's gonna be woe unto you, man. You know, if you're not feeling them, man. If the Lord, if the Lord is not showing Himself to you in ways of having mercy and that hedge of protection over you, man, when the time comes, man, you know, you pretty much left out, man. You know, and man, listen, I pray that I'm counted in the number of the Lord having that protection, that hedge over, man. You know, because this is only the beginning. You know, these people making this unrighteous for us to point them out. You know what I'm saying? Even though they've been threatening for a while with this, you know, but they're you know, the subtlety of the serpent, man. I mean, even with the Constitution still at play, he's still chopping at the bit, you know, or just basically inching in little by little until he could basically just have the grasp around your neck, and now you can't do nothing, you know. And now you say something about the disease, and now you get caught up, and you find yourself in a fucking airplane on your way to fucking Tel Aviv, man. You know, to go through God knows what over there, man. These people, you're gonna come back wired, man, differently, you know. So I pray this lesson was edifying. In closing, I want to give all honors and praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to you brothers in the highways and byways. Salutations to you brothers in the and brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn, man. The rest of you hopeful elect, to you all I say shalom. All right, Kwam Yasharala Baba Bo.